Hello, everyone. It's me again. Sorry, I've been gone a little bit. Trying to find trying to find something I can probably make a new video. This one just came out of my head. Really? As you can tell, I think you know what this person is, maybe? Judging on how the look is and probably the similarities of that person. Yeah. Yeah. It's King from the Owl House. If you have not seen the Owl House, I suggest watching it before seeing this video. So that you do not get confused on what I'm saying. And so that way there won't be any spoilers. Because, well, you know. Yeah. So, basically, let's just get into the video. What if Deku was basically king himself? So, basically, all around the world, like, yes, this will be one of my other videos that I've seen and heard. Like the Grimlock, what if Deku was Grimlock, and what if women only had quirks and males didn't? So, yeah. So, yeah, what if Deku was king in a world where only females have quirks? Kind of like like, if any girls are watching this, I'm not saying they're mean or rude or anything like that. No. No. It's just I really like those, because, well, yeah, well, yeah, sounds more awesome, kind of like that. Has its own twists and turns in it. Kind of like that. Yeah. Anyways, back to it. So, basically, in a forest, a forbidden forest, basically on the edge of Japan, or China. I don't know where they are in My Hero. Like, where are they in that Pacific part of the world? I'm not very familiar with countries or the places that they are, sadly. So yeah. So in the Forbidden Forest, where creatures go to, some of the scientists and heroes try to go into the forest to try and capture some animals for either test subjects or just pets, I guess. Since those creatures in the forest are rare, like phoenixes, dragons, and all that stuff. But they can never really contain them. They would thrash around in the cages, breaking it loose and then flying or tunneling back to the Forbidden Forest. Now we skip to a certain part of the forest. Basically, a little skull. A skull that has one broken horn and the other a non-broken horn. It started glowing and glowing green. So bright that it formed the body of the creature. Him not knowing how to speak, really. Since he doesn't have a mouth, really. But he will speak in the future, yes. He just doesn't know how to speak since he was just born. So he basically has like the body of King, but more human-like. Kind of like that. And he's the exact same size as what can I go for? I guess Bakugo, I guess. Like he's the exact same size as Bakugo. Or a little bit taller. Yeah, he's like a tiny bit taller than Bakugo, kind of. Yeah. So he walked around. Like, he walked around the forests and all. Oh, and I forgot to say, his eyes, like the yellow ones of his eyes, like, the yellow ones, the iris, I guess, is black, and the pupils are bright green. So that way you can have that, Midoriya feeling like that. Kind of like that. And they do glow green, kind of. But he does not have the collar on. No. He does not have to call her. So he basically walked around and walked and walked. Him not knowing what things are or what's going on. He did see some creatures like horses with horns, obviously a unicorn. He did see some sort of lizard-like creature that's having smoke and coming out of its mouth and nose with wings and spine and spikes on its spine. Him wondering what is going on and what is happening, what is he? Since he didn't look at his reflection, and since he probably like, if I was born here, then what do I look like? He noticed a little stream of water going down or going up, I don't know. He went up to there and looked into his reflection of the water and noticed that he's some sort of dog, wolf-like creature, technically. He doesn't know what skull it is. He doesn't know what he resembles as or what creature he is. Or precisely what demon he is, I guess. So he practically walked and walked, wondering what is going on, who he is, and what he is. He walked and walked, so yeah. But sometimes during the year of him being alive, he has noticed these symbols. He noticed some in the sky, even noticed some snowflakes. So, he decided to analyze them and keep them in a journal of glyphs, I guess. Glyphs. That is what they are called in the show. Glyphs. Or symbols, I guess. So you can choose what you like to call them. I either call them by their original name or just symbols, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah. So, he walked around and he did create a little house. Like, one made of wood. Like, he did make a house out of wood and all. He does have, like, electricity, and yes, he does have that. He found a way how to generate electricity out of a symbol. I don't know if that's actually in the anime. Not anime, sorry. In the show, but I'm gonna say there is in this AU. Like, in my AU of this one. Jeez. So, he did find a way how to generate electricity. He has not went over to the borders yet of being in a year, of the year that he's been alive. But he did notice some strange things have been occurring throughout that year. He's always keep hearing yelling like, we will get into that forest to fight in its secrets. Something like that. But whenever he tries to search for the voice, it always ends up in screaming in pain. Or running away. He doesn't know what's going on, so he pays no mind to it. Until one day, when he woke up and heard it again, he had enough and decided to walk. Or run, I guess, to the border of it. Until he finally noticed the sounds of the people making them. They were the heroes, of course, trying to get their way through the forest to try and learn of its secrets to make the hero society bigger and better. Of course, that's not the whole reason. They just want power. So they can, be fully in control of the world. Really. The king has been, I'm going to either say King or Deku or Midoriya. I'm referring to the same person, really. So yeah. So King is hiding in a bush, wondering what's going on. And since he doesn't know how to speak, really, he just decides to walk and follow them. And when they were when he saw they were trying to capture a unicorn, he jumped out of the bush and performed the glyphs or the magic and pushed them away. Them being shocked about that type of creature, since they'd never seen a creature like that before. They thought it could be a Wendigo. But no, it did not even resemble one at all. The skull doesn't even resemble that of a Wendigo. Yes, it has horns and teeth, but it does not have that jaw. They thought, maybe we can see what's behind the skull. So one of them with a speed cord got right up to his face and tried to pull his skull off. Not budging, but yeah, it didn't work until she finally stopped and realized it's a part of him. So King, making fire magic and practically blowing her away, basically, yeah. And then they finally retreated to report this, of what they seen. King decided I have to protect this forest, my home, just in case if they do come back. So he thought of a way. He thought of creating his own soldiers, technically, to protect his home. So he thought of creating, I don't know what they're called. If you've seen that one episode where King looked like a baby, yeah, that. He decided to create these. The power, I don't know if they're either created by muscle or mud, but I'm going to go say with mud, really. So he got rocks and mud as well, and put the glyphs on the rocks and mud to give them technically life as well, technically. But more like obedient soldiers. He can only create one. So yeah, since he only had one glyph for earth and one glyph for mud, really. And one glyph for life, since that is the plant one. So yeah. Oh boy. So yeah. So he ordered him to stay at the edge of the forest to protect it. It's doing its job and practically just standing outside, not even moving a budge. He did cast a field around the forest that only quirks will not work except for his magic. Basically the exact same field where if, say, this guardian move out of that field, it will fall lifeless again. Like in that show, really. So yeah. So in the show, it practically just standed there, waiting and waiting. Now let's go back to this one. So King was basically walking and decided to move his house, thanks to the teleportation glyph that he has, and teleport it right near a little stream or a little lake of water, where it has fish, just normal fish, really. So he decided to, catch some fish, have something to eat, really. He grilled it, of course. Somehow, he ate it somehow, since I don't know if he has a mouth, really. I know in the show that we did see a mouth on him, really. But yeah, I don't know. So, but when the heroes did try and get into the forest, he had heard some talking, like them speaking as well. So he did learn how to talk. He wasn't a fast learner, but he was a very slow one when it comes to human biology. Like the talking and all that stuff. But he was very quick and mythical biology, I guess. Like dragons and mermaids and all that stuff. So yeah. He did see some little castles as well in the forest. He did explore. He saw some books, some staffs, some robes. And he got bored throughout the time. So he thought, why not carve a staff for himself? So he got like a log and chipped away with his claws. Since his claws looks bone, but it's also very sharp. So he chipped away and chipped and chipped until he made an owl figure. And then he decided to make the staff. He placed the owl on the staff. But what he did not know, that when he placed the owl onto the staff, it glowed bright yellow, kind of. And then, when he noticed, the staff looked fine. Until the owl figurine opened its eyes and began to move with its body, spreading its wings and like basically stretching, like a newborn baby, kind of. King, being shocked about this, like, he can do that? Or was it something else? So he thought to do it again. He decided to make a cat one. The same thing happened. Bright light, and then the cat came to life. He doesn't know what to call them, since they might be a new species. So he called them palisman. I cannot pronounce the names of what they were called in the show. Palismans. Palamans? You know what I mean, the Palamans. If you've seen the show, that's what they're called. Just watch the show, please. You know what I mean. So, yeah. He kept them around his house. And if you're wondering what his house looks like, it's the exact same house of Edna. Sorry, I always get those names confused. Edna and Edna from Incredibles, and Edna from the Owl House. But yeah, it's the exact same thing. Hootie, if you want Hootie to be in the show, like in this series of it, then please comment down below if you want him to. And plus, plus, thanks to you, like, I saw someone's comment saying, what if Deku was the movie Sonic? I might do that, because one, it sounds easy to do. And sorry I haven't been uploading a lot. It's kind of hard trying to come up with new videos of what I could do, the storyline, and all that stuff. New characters that I want him, like, what, Deku, or some other characters I want him to be, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. Really, really hard. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So, during this time, another year's passed for him. Deku did created, like, possibly 50 of these soldiers, really. Like, 50 of these things. Since he thinks probably one's not enough, so he created, like, 50 of them. Like, 50 is a good amount. But he will make more in the future. So, yeah. He does basically, like, lays around, walks. He does find books in the castles he found as well, like in the forest. He does even explore around the castle. He does notice some things as well. Like symbols, like a symbol of the castle, resembling that of a mask or something like that. Even a book that had the face of a titan as well. That had the exact same skull as well of his. Of course, he did bring the book, but he hasn't read it yet. since he wants to know more about the world first. Those books are the medieval ages. And when he was all done, he was going to open the book that had his face skull thing embedded into it. So, if you like this video of what if Deku was king from the Owl House, and if you liked how it went and all that stuff, then yeah. Plus, I got this idea from another what if guy. If you heard, give me a sec, I'll be back. Okay, so I got it. It's last was 21, I guess. If you know what I mean, I'll spell it out for you. LASTOFUS21. I do not know how to pronounce the name, kind of. So yeah. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, if you want more, comment down below if you want more. If not, I might do another part 2, maybe, I don't know. It depends on the future. If you guys want me to continue this series. So, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful life, boy, girl, whoever you are. Bye!